but we'll see, of course. And in this next topic, we're going to compare the Tesla Model 3 versus the Tesla Model Y pricing. And the last time we did this, Tesla pricing just did not make any sort of sense at all. But now, with the tax credits factored in, federal tax credits, it makes a little bit more sense, but we'll take a look at it. But I want to know, what is your thoughts? Which vehicle are you going to be purchasing? But at the same time, there is also inventory discounts, so it's a little bit convoluted at the end of the day. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, but more on that later. All right, so let us take a look at this. So there's a lot of news that has came out recently, especially regarding the Model 3. Model 3 now qualifies for a full $7,500 federal tax credit across the board. This joins the Model Y, which also qualifies for the full $7,500 federal tax credit across the board. But there's 3 trims in each version. Of course, there's the rear wheel drive on the Model 3, long range and performance, and then on the Model Y there is the standard range vehicle, and then you've got the long range, and then also the performance at the end of the day. But the quick plug, really quick, if you are interested in placing an order on the Tesla website, or even going to our favorite site, waitingfortesla.com, to get an extra discount, please consider using our Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, because if you use our Tesla referral code, you can get some Tesla credits, which then translates to 500 supercharging miles. But let's just quickly look at the spread. So I did this earlier today, where we basically adjusted the last time, and you can see I took 3 trims of both vehicles, the Model 3 and the Model Y. I factored in the $7,500 federal tax credit because I feel like most people that are purchasing this vehicle should qualify for the full amount. If you don't know how it works, or if you don't know how much you will actually get, there's plenty of videos that we've made on the channel. But basically, you have to make, as a single earner, W2 income around $68,000 to $70,000 at a minimum, W2 single person, to qualify for the full amount back, the $7,500, when you file for your taxes next year. Of course, there are other ways, like channel sponsors like Tenet down below in the description, to get a lower monthly payment by deferring that $7,500 tax credit. But here are the prices of the vehicles compared. So we've got the Model 3 standard range rear-wheel drive and an MSRP of $40,240. There is a $7,500 federal tax credit, which brings it down to $32,700. If we take the same standard range Model Y all-wheel drive with the MSRP of $47,240, $7,500 federal tax credit, you can see the difference between the Model 3 and the Model Y is about $7,000. Model Y is $39,740 adjusted, and the Model 3 is $32,740 adjusted. But of course, this difference gets even more greater, because right now, as you know, as we highlight on this channel, there is a $2,400 give or take discounted on inventory Tesla Model 3s, and of course long ranges and performance. Not as big on the long range, but you can see right in the middle that the difference between an inventory Model Y and an inventory standard range is about $9,000. Of course, there is a small $500 inventory discount on hardware 3.0 Model Ys, but not sure if you would actually want that at the end of the day. And it seems like a lot of you do not want that. We asked this poll earlier today. Model Y reservation holders, would you consider a Model Y with hardware 3.0? An overwhelming 42% said no. 19% said yes, 4% said only if it had a $1,000 to $2,000 discount, and 23% said only if it had a $2,500 to $3,500 plus discount. But I mean, if I were taking a look at this, I'm not sure I could justify spending almost $10,000 more for a Model Y standard range. I mean, the Model Y standard range is nice, but I'm not sure if it's $10,000 nicer than the Model 3. And essentially, that's what, 40%, well, 30% more in price you're paying. So I think if I was looking for the best daily driver, something to get me around town, that I didn't have a huge family, then I'm pretty sure I would go with the standard range rear-wheel drive. And then taking a look at the long range, you can see the spread right here on the screen. Of course, long range in inventory has a $500 discount, and also long range a Model Y also has like a $500 discount. But here's the pricing spread. It's only a $3,000 difference difference between the Model 3 long range and the Model Y long range. That is certainly more palatable to me. That's like what, 8%, 9% difference at the end of the day. And so I think I would go 100% for the Model Y long range. But the performance trims make absolutely no sense at all still. So you can see the Model 3 Performance adjusted price is $45,740, and then the Model Y Performance is $46,740. So it's basically only $1,000 more for a Model Y Performance. And so I'm pretty sure a lot of you, if you're in the market for a performance, you're most likely going to go for a Model Y Performance for the more form and functionality of it, unless you are a true track person that just loves the handling, the low to the ground type of feel at the end of the day. And so you'll go for the Model 3 Performance. But I feel like there was certainly a tide for a while where a lot of people were buying Model Ys. It seems like that was the thing. Everybody wanted to ask questions about the Model Y, but there certainly has been an uptick recently on the Model 3, and it's most likely because of all these massive discounts across the board that Tesla has introduced. And so if you're interested in buying a Tesla vehicle, first, definitely hit our referral code down below in the description. We'd love to appreciate it, so that you can get free supercharger miles. Do not go to the Tesla websites to place an order. Go to waitingfortesla.com. Shout out to TJ and the team, and thank you for building this great site. Take a look at a vehicle near you, filter it down by state, and then go ahead, place the order, click reserve. It's going to take you to the Tesla website, and make sure you get this referral code checkbox, and then that way you'll be able to get the 500 credits. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link where you can support the channel, and there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me. We can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the credit unions and banks out there that have lower interest rates than Tesla, lower than Tesla's staggering 5.69%. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. And as an added benefit, I do respond to all Patreon DMs or direct messages in the Patreon app. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description.